Hello, hello. Hello, how are you? Okay, so I'm going to get going right away on this, you guys, because I have other things I have to do before the night ends. Hello. So go ahead and chat, you guys. How is this portal affecting you? Thank you. I've been working on releasing a lot myself. Um, let's see. Do the gilded. Chrissy, thank you for the donation. What I see for you is some sort of work advancement. There's going to be a business opportunity that's going to come in for you, okay? And you're being advised to take the risk with it because it's actually going to be very successful. So there's a massive shift with the masculine energy, you guys, and I do feel with this portal there is a lot of alignment going on. So a lot of them are going to feel a bit sickly with this portal because they've been resisting true alignment, okay? I'm hearing forced alignment. So what this means is there's going to be some very forceful impacts, outside forces that are going to like really impact them, and they're going to feel physically sick because they're refusing to align to their full divine masculinity. Okay, so wherever the weakness is, they're going to feel pain in that part of the body. They're going to have purging, that sort of thing here, and it's going to be very uncomfortable. Yes, there's anxiety with this portal. It's affecting the solar plexus, which means anxiety, vomiting, shitting, and you know, maybe some issues in that area, constipation as well. And there could be unstable issues with, you know, like your organs and things like that, the solar plexus. And the masculines are really being pushed toward their masculinity, you guys, and they're going to learn really quick where their weaknesses are when it comes to their masculinity. I did a post on this on my group on Facebook. You can find it, Wicked Virgo Tarot. I posted, you know, a man with weakness in the feminine energy and a man with weakness in the masculine energy, okay, and what kind of things I usually notice in that. Okay, so a lot of them are working through these weaknesses and realizing, oh, you know, I need to work on my masculinity, that sort of thing, okay? So that they can provide a safe place for the feminine to submit to, because you naturally submit, and you guys, submitting is not obeying, okay? Submitting is submitting to the masculinity of the divine masculine. You just naturally, a woman in their feminine state will naturally submit to the masculinity of the divine masculine. So they're working on this right now. They're working on their weaknesses, and it's going to just naturally happen without force. They will just naturally begin aligning, okay? And I do feel if the masculine is not for you, that you will find out that with this portal as well. Some of them may just drop out. Some of them just can't handle the alignment. But don't hold yourself back is what I'm hearing. Yes, I did a post on women's weaknesses as well. Thank you, Megan. Deborah, your message is to keep positive because there's really good things coming in for you. You're going to be very exceptionally happy within about a month. It's going to draw you in blessings. So the masculines are going to recognize their stagnant energy and that it's been holding back their blessings is what I'm getting. Okay, they're going to get tests, many tests for the masculine. Okay, this is the thing. If the masculine wants to be with the divine feminine, they're going to get put through tests of their fears, test of materialism, test of money, you know, test if they trust faith or not, if they're going to just keep on grabbing onto the matrix identity, that sort of thing. So there's a lot of this going on with this portal as well. I do feel the masculines are a bit more uncomfortable than the feminine during this portal, is what I'm hearing. Okay, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, stagnant energy. So they're going to really feel this stagnant energy for what it really is. Okay, the 9-to-5 work shift jobs are going to get boring. The lack of growth is going to get boring. The not working on yourself is going to get boring. And I feel like they're, with the Sun in reverse, they're feeling a bit unhappy with themselves and the lack of progress that they've made in their life is what I'm seeing with this portal. And there's no faking masculinity. There's no faking the divine masculine. I'm hearing this as well. I don't know why I'm hearing this, but there just is no faking the divine masculine. And viewer, you're going to start recognizing where you've been enabling the not so divine masculine as well. So there is a dismantle of the old programmings around love. Codependency is one of them, right? Empath, narcissist dynamic, people pleasing, mothering a son type of dynamic with a man. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, the man needs to follow themselves. They need to follow themselves. They have to pick themselves back up 100% on their own. This is how a divine masculine rises into the divine masculinity. You cannot save them. Stop it. Viewers, fucking stop it. Everything up for discussion. You got a business opportunity coming in this upcoming year, okay? And it has to do with social media. Success on social media and podcasts and things like that. The masculines are feeling quite lonely during this portal, okay? And they are longing for the divine feminine energy is what I'm getting here. The problem is they've been in the not so divine masculine state, okay? So there's a heaviness here with this deep loneliness. Jo Marie, what I'm hearing for you is that your masculine is going to contact you and apologize for treating you like crap. He was scared of the connection. Okay, so there's a heaviness around this loneliness. There's an abandonment wound here. And they're very unhappy. I feel depression of the masculine, okay? A lot of them are trying to latch onto your energy today. There is some sort of activation going on energetically today. If you're having issues knowing truth about your connection, you guys, or issues with your connection, I recommend booking a 2-heart clearing with me on my website. And I can help you with that. And I clear the spell work blocking your connection. I clear the deception. I clear the blockages within the hearts. And I bring a protection bubble around you. And you will discover truth about the connection. Okay? So there is a deep heaviness around this, like with the unhappiness. Okay? And they're thinking about the feminine energy and how loving and caring you truly are. Okay? And they're going back and forth right now. There's this back and forth energy going on. Then do I contact the feminine? Do I move forward? Do I go towards the feminine? Do I not? Do I stay in my stagnant life? So there's a huge decision that's going to be made, I feel, with this portal. Trinity Divine, your message is to keep focused on work and business right now because you're going to have a huge financial opportunity in about 2 to 3 months. But also winter solstice is going to be a huge shift with you. There's a transit going on that is going to bring you a lot of abundance around money and finances and something about a new home this upcoming year. So the masculine has a contract with you. They know this with the Justice card. That's what I'm seeing is a contract with you. They also are balancing their karma right now, so they're getting hit. Their stubbornness to let go of the matrix identity is starting to just blow up in their face. I'm hearing that as well, but this has been going on for a while, yeah? I feel like they're planning. You know, I feel like they're getting in a more clear perception of reality about this connection. Okay? I do feel that. And I do feel that they're realizing that they need to make plans and come in towards you with a presentable offer. So they may be quiet for a while is what I'm hearing until they get the offer that they know they're going to really impress you with. Like I'm hearing, I need to do it right. I have to come in right. Okay? I got booted off YouTube for a week, you guys. That's why I haven't posted. Somebody kept reporting me, and I got a strike, and I got booted, okay? So cool, I don't really care. So those of you trolling my page just to, like, report me, I don't care, okay? I just had a nice little break, and I didn't have to worry about YouTube for a week. All right, so the masculines are at this place where they feel like everybody's watching. I don't know why, but they feel like everybody's watching. They're watching their growth. They're waiting for them to grow. They feel that sense of being watched. And they have to move forward. Like they feel really pushed to move forward. Like the world is watching me. That's what I'm hearing, okay? With the 4 cups in reverse, they realize they missed an opportunity with the feminine already that they need to make up for, okay? And they missed a lot of opportunity in their life. And this is for holding on to all they know and holding on to their comforts. And unfortunately, like I've said many times, we're in a society where we go for what's comfortable, what's easy, convenient, yada, yada, yada. And that's in every aspect. We don't want to challenge or feel pain or, you know, like feel any hardship and yada yada yada, but that's no growth. You have to experience hardship all through your life to experience growth, okay? And the masculines especially are being pushed to have some sacrifices in their life. They're getting some karma for whatever karmic cycle they're holding on to. They're getting karma and they're being forced to sacrifice. Materialism is a really big one for the masculine right now. A hold and a grip on the materialistic world is a really huge one the masculines are working on at this current moment, okay? But in order to align with the divine feminine, there's going to be tests coming forward. And in the next couple of weeks, they're going to get a really huge test, a test of their fears, their biggest fears, their core fears that they feel like are not a big deal because they're so comfortable having this comfort. These fears in about 2 weeks are going to be faced. And their reaction and how they handle it is going to be very crucial to their growth. And then they will ascend to the next level. Okay? And I do see them moving forward, you guys. They're going to be moving closer to the light, closer to God, closer to awakening. Many of them are going to feel the karma with this portal and be shoved to their knees. Do they get karma for not aligning? They don't have to align. I feel like the karma is just staying in a stagnant, boring life, to be honest, and not getting out of that matrix imprisonment, okay? And being held back. Because you guys know what's coming. A lot of you understand what's coming, okay? And if we don't free ourselves out of that matrix ties, we're going to go down with the ship, essentially. Does that make sense? And I think that alone is enough karma. So just make sure you free yourself first. Free yourself first. If the masculine you're with or you're thinking about is on your mind is not freeing themselves, don't stay back for them. Keep going with your ascension. If they don't want to see, they're not going to see. If they refuse to see, they refuse to see. If they refuse to let go of the mindset of the imprisonment, there's nothing you can do about that. And there's going to be a lot of nastiness coming forward for people that refuse to see truth. Okay, it's not going to be good. I do feel the masculines are definitely in their head today fantasizing, okay? There's a lot of fantasizing going on. Like, I see that. Like, they're fantasizing about the feminine. They're fantasizing about their future. They're fantasizing about what they lost opportunity in because of their mindset. Do you guys ever have those moments of clarity where you're like, God, I wish I would have done this when I was younger because I'd have so much more? For example, I wish I would have been more savvy with saving my money when I was younger because I could have had more, at some point. Or I wish I would have done this earlier in life. I wish I would have done this, yada, 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 because I would be further in my growth. They're having this regret right now of not doing that. So they're thinking back, especially with the connection with you, and they're going, why did I let that go? Why did I do that? I am so stupid. So there's an awakening to that. King of Swords here, I feel like that they're practicing boundaries and they're going to be cutting off anything unserving. If there's another party, they're going to get bored with them. They're going to be like, get out of my life. Okay, that's really what I'm seeing as well. They're working through their own deceptions and reality is what I'm hearing. Let's see. Do these today. Don't push them, you guys. If you're in contact with them, do not push them, because what happens in the masculines, if you try to push them to awaken to certain things, to the deception that they're holding on to, they hold on to that deception even more because that makes them feel in control. Okay? Their matrix identity, the brainwashing, the manipulation that they're under, you guys know what I mean, the programming essentially. They start holding on to it more, they'll do it more just to show you they can. That's what they do. So I don't recommend going, can't you see? Why can't you see? Like, there's no point, or why don't you see through this deception? Because they literally go backwards and hold on to it more. Just to show you, because this is me and who I am, and this is my livelihood, and this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it more because you told me that. And I'm going to do this cycle more, and they actually start looking really stupid when they do that. But I just don't recommend pushing them. Okay? So just step back, plant the seed, step back, and let God work on it. Okay? Because God will work with them. So for a lot of you, there's a separation here. Okay, there's a separation here, and they are thinking about the feminine energy. Maria, something about travel. I keep hearing something about travel coming in for you. Surprise travel. So they're really deciding what they want in life right now, you guys. This portal is really bringing them to that place. And I feel like a lot of them, they want family. Okay, they really do. They want family. At the end of the day, that's what everyone's craving. Despite what everyone thinks, I don't need a family. I'm good alone. Da-da-da-da-da. You know, all that shit. There's this craving for family coming from the masculine's energy. I want family. That's what I want. It's my dream. I want family. This is what I'm craving. And I do feel that they're working on releasing the past, and I do feel that some of them will come in and contact you within the next month. But they're going to be going through a huge cleanse, a huge karmic cycle test and things like that within the next month. So don't like push it. Some of them feel stuck, which this is an illusion to feel stuck, right? Because that's lack of trust of faith. But they're going to be healing this, okay? And I feel like some of you, they're not allowed to come in towards you right now. And this is for your own protection at the moment. Because they will come in and start a karmic cycle with you, or start a fight with you, or start projecting on you, or just start some sort of shit that's going to drive you in a place of going, I thought we were done with this, okay? So that's what I'm seeing as well. Yeah, don't wait for them. Never wait for them. Yeah, they're going to be healing, big healing past trauma right now. Okay? And they're going to start putting in the work to achieve their goals as they heal this past trauma. A lot of this past trauma is like exes, childhood, that sort of thing is what I'm getting here. And they're realizing that I don't have to stick with everything I know. They're realizing that I'm actually free. I just think I'm stuck. Okay? That's coming in as well with this portal. And they're going to start having boundaries with people around them, because a lot of people whisper in their ear, and this really influences them to stay in the cycles that they're in. Well, you have to listen to this. You have to do that. Why would you do this? Why would you do that? That's stupid. Why wouldn't you do this? You got to listen to me. Obey, obey, obey. And why are men obeying bullshit? That's my question. Why are men imprisoning themselves? I don't get it. Well, that's a whole nother story. A lot of people feel freedom as imprisonment. They really do. They think freedom is imprisonment because they actually crave imprisonment. They crave obeying, and they crave the control. Okay, and this is where men have been emasculated. Why are they so lazy? Because they've been taught to be lazy. Society's taught to be lazy, okay? And to not feel discomfort and to not do anything. And the system has made us lazy because there was a day and age that we actually worked for our food. We worked for finding our food, growing our food. We did that all day, we survived. Humans are meant to work. We're meant for workload. We're not meant to lay around. This is why obesity is so high. Okay, this is why mental illness is so high, because people are bored, along with their laziness. staring at their phone. Okay, literally. We are in a society that does not want to feel one bit of discomfort. Okay? And they don't want to grow, and they just want to sit there and get baked or drink, or, you know what I'm saying, or just do nothing because they want to feel nothing. A lot of men struggle with laziness. That is a problem with men nowadays. Very much. It's called sloth, you guys. It's called sloth. The demon of sloth actually gets in people, okay? I've removed this during clearings. Yes, and scared of everything. Yes, because the system has emasculated men. No, we are not as fragile as we were taught. We're actually very resilient. And if we do our homework, we can actually snap back into who we're supposed to be very quickly. We can survive a lot. We can survive a lot of hardship. Humans can survive an immense amount of hardship. Okay? And a lot of people, you know, the elites behind the scenes, you guys, that we don't see, not the ones on the media, they live very humbly in cabins with very little. Because that's how we're supposed to live. That's how humans are supposed to live. Okay? A very humble life. You can have a nice big home that's humble. You know what I'm saying? I did a post on this. Women are taking on more than they can handle. We do need men, and especially if we have children. The whole persona of, oh, I don't need a man, I'm a single mom, I'm a powerhouse, yada, yada, yada. You know, I know a lot of single moms. And I know what they are behind the persona, behind the false mask. They're struggling. Their health is suffering. Their mental health, their physical health. Their houses are behind. They use fast food and processed food to feed their kids because they don't have time. I mean, it's like go, go, go all day until they're burnt out. And this shouldn't be the way society is. And this is promoted. It's promoted. And women should not be in that masculine energy. Well, the father to children run off and smoke weed and just lay around and kick back and play video games. I mean, come on. We should not be put in that position. But we need to admit to ourselves that we're not meant to be put in that position either. It's not normal. Yet we have to keep our kids safe from unhealthy cycles. So I'm here to say that single super mom with 4 kids is not something I call myself. Okay? I don't. And I'm not here to say that I'm designed for it, because I'm not. Because children need a male model in their life. They crave their biological parents. And the most stable children come from a home with biological mother and father. Okay? I'm going to leave that right there. Yes, I can do them live. They just cost more because it takes a lot more of my energy to do them live when I'm exchanging that closely. When I do them through email, I can take breaks, clear, come back, that sort of thing. It's a lot of energy exchange when I do them live. Yes, they do need both parents in their life. But if one parent is in a toxic place, then it's the other parent's duty to protect the children. But anymore, there shouldn't be this position. Why the fuck are you asking me if I can sing? Can you fucking sing? Why don't you fucking sing? So that's just, that's just my belief. You can believe what you want, but from my observation, okay, I grew up in a home with both parents. Okay, it probably wasn't perfect, but you can tell that I did. Okay, I did. They're not together now, but I grew up in a home with both parents. And you can tell in the way that I parent and the way that I do things, the way that I hold things together, that I'm well-rounded, is because I grew up at home with two parents. Okay? And it makes a difference. And now we're in a day and age, don't work on your problems, just throw the other partner away, go find somebody else. You know, that's what we're in nowadays. Because people don't want to face emotional intimacy. They don't want to face emotional discomfort. They don't want to talk things out. Because it's easier to just run and find somebody else to play with. So, I know I'm gonna have people on here like, oh, that's not true. I'm a super single mom, da 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 da. Okay, are you really though? Yes, we can do it. Yes, we can raise our kids. But are you stressed? Are you in poverty? Is it a struggle every single day? Are you getting enough sleep? Is your mental and physical health up to par? And then it's, well, you got to be careful what man you bring into your home. Well, if you fear bringing in a toxic man, then that's all you're going to find. Okay? So let's think more positive here, because not every man on the planet is fucking toxic. Okay, not every man, yes, there is a large group of them, but not every man on the fucking planet is toxic. My case is closed. I had emotionally unavailable father as well. You know what? I still am more rounded than a lot of people my age that were in a broken home. So count your blessings. Okay? Very much count your blessings. Because I had friends that had a single mother and a father who was in another home who was emotionally unavailable still. That does not provide for them. So which one's better of the two evils? I mean, I don't know. I just noticed that a lot of people that came from the nuclear family dynamic are a lot more well-rounded in general. Because society is very, very destructive. And it all starts with the breakdown of the nuclear family. That's where it starts. And that's because the MK Ultra destruct the nuclear family, which was the goal. Because if they weaken the nuclear family, then that dynamic is gone and they have easier control over the women and children. And when the men are destruct and wounded and taken by spell work and entities and demons, and men gain great comfort, there's no man easier to control than one that pacifies with their demons, okay? Then that family is destruct. And they can get their hooks in and control you. Okay? So you got to see things from a larger perspective and a more logical perspective as well. Because there's logic behind it. And it is important for children to have a model of both sex, whether it's a step parent or what have you. So generally speaking, being a single parent alone 100% with your children, just think on this. I know that it's going to it wears my health down. I don't sleep enough. It affects my physical health. And I'm not going to sit here and go, I'm supermom. Can I do it? Yes. But I am not supermom. And I also know that my children feel a piece missing in their life. And I can feel that on an energetic level because I can feel things. They feel a piece missing in their life. Okay? Yes, men can get away, a man in their masculinity can get away with 6 hours. Women, we're more around 8, okay? And I've been sleeping 6, 7 lately. So women have a lot more going on in their bodies. Okay? So, yeah, that's true. I mean, we just gotta be honest with ourselves. I mean, I just see a lot of women like, oh, I can do it without a man. Fuck man, I don't need a man. Okay, maybe you don't need a man. But if you have children, where's that male model coming in? You know, and your children may be groomed to feel it's not necessary. But on an energetic level, it is necessary for the balance in their life to have a male model in their life. And they're always going to crave, no matter what, children will crave their biological parents. Okay? It's natural. Donna Jean, I appreciate your honesty. I really do. Okay? Because I am in your position right now. And I know my children are resilient and they will be very successful. But I totally agree with you. There's something that's missing. So us as mothers have to protect our children from the toxicity of their fathers, but there's still something missing. Okay? And then eventually you got to give up because you can't force that father to be a parent. So you eventually just give up. So I appreciate your honesty. That's exactly what I'm saying. And if I was a single person with no children, I'd be like, no, I don't need a man, and go out and have an absolute fun time. So that's not what I'm talking about at all. I'm talking about when it comes to family, children, that sort of dynamic. That's okay to never remarry. I don't know if I will either. I mean, time will tell, but I don't know. Right now, I gotta get the divorce done. There's so much I could talk about. You could just feel, like, I can feel when I talk to someone, because I can feel everything. I can feel what parent wound they have. Okay? And when somebody has both parent wounds, like both parents were absent or whatever, they almost have like a bipolar personality. And I've been observing this as I watch people lately. You know, because they have an inner distortion of both energies because of it. Your masculine energy is a mirror of your father. Your feminine energy is a mirror of your mother. Okay? So if the masculine energy is absent, that piece is missing, right? And there's going to be that longing for it. Yes, you can get a stepfather or a partner to replace that, and that does help, yes. But there's still that energetic and DNA connection to the biological parent. I'm just talking on a logical level here. I mean, think about it. So if I meet someone, I can tell, oh, that person didn't have their dad actively in their life. I can tell that, okay? Or if that person came from a broken home, I can feel that. So I'm just you know me. I discuss sensitive topics shamelessly, and I'm here in the position of being essentially a single mother to 4 children. So I'm just talking here. I don't really like it. I don't think it's the healthiest dynamic for my babies. I have to protect them though from toxicity, right? So that's my duty. Until the bio father decides to get his shit together, I don't see him coming around for a long time. So that's my duty and my job, is to protect my children. But I'm just saying in general, it's not a choice that I would have willingly made. I don't think any of us plan on being single moms to begin with, but okay, so the masculine say, I have things going on in my life that require my full attention. I am distracting myself to avoid thinking of you. Did you ever think that maybe that society pushes the feminist bullshit if I don't need a man, so children don't have a man in their life, so, and then it destructs men in general, so that it weakens humanity, so we're easier to control? I mean, I don't know, I think about these things. Codependency is hard to break. Speaking of that, I depend on you too much to let you go. I have codependency issues to the masculine. So society is programmed to destruct and weaken. Okay, so here we are. Here we are. We have such a weak humanity, weak society. And why is so we can be controlled? So we're prisoned. Correct. Video games is artificial masculine stimulation. So they can artificially stimulate their masculinity. Ding, ding, ding. Without a father figure, women are forced to their masculine energy. Correct. That is very correct. I'm hoping that my girls learn both energies, but yes. You know how much stuff is out there to artificially stimulate masculinity, you guys? Because the people that run the system know that men need that. They need some sort of stimulation. But they don't want them to be like masculine. Do you get what I'm saying? Sports. Video games. I mean, what else? Suzanne, that's because they do the sales pitch. The sales pitch. Okay, it's literally a sales pitch. Be without a man, hate men. That's the way to go right now. Let's hate men. You know, and like they go around with a sales pitch. You know what? I go around and tell people to work on their marriages, keep their family together, work on their problems. That's what I do. And this is coming from someone going through divorce. Okay? And a lot of divorced women go around and promote other women to divorce. It's a sales pitch. Video games, porn, social media, yes, those are artificial masculine stimulation. Correct, men are looking more emasculine, but as they masculate, they will start looking more masculine. Okay, so that will change because when they are emasculated, their hormones are actually imbalanced. And it also impacted by the woman they're with. If a man is with a woman who is more in her masculine energy, they will be more in their feminine energy and they actually look different. I've noticed this hands-on. Okay, with somebody who left a woman who kept them in a masculine energy, went to a woman who acts like a man, and they feminized. Okay? So it's important for us to be in our feminine energy. Now, ways that men can hands-on stimulate their masculinity: shooting guns, hunting, fishing, gardening is actually one. The Norse Viking men used to crochet and knit. They did, and they sewed. And I know some that are of the bloodlines that still do it. Okay? Hands-on stimulation. Hands-on stimulation. Okay? Playing sports versus watching. Exercising and working out. Things like that. Okay? Well, maybe Bruce got like that because he was with a masculine woman. Okay, just a philosophy. Yep, that is men doing like harvesting of gardens and stuff. Yeah, that's actually a big thing that men do. It stimulates their natural primal state of like gathering food, you know. I could talk about these topics for hours because I'm hands-on experiencing them right now. So you can't call me somebody who doesn't understand, because I do. Okay, I'm alone, you know, technically 4 children, single mom dynamic. I just know, and I just openly admit, like, it's really not for me. I'm doing it, and I will do it. I will protect my kids all by might. It's an experience, but it's tough. And why should we be living that tough dynamic? Yes, men in the Viking culture did. They knit, they crocheted, they sewed. And I know men in Minnesota that still do it. Like, literally. It is. And one thing that we really got to focus on is healing the nuclear family dynamic. And if you can preserve your nuclear family, do it. Okay? If you are broken up with your ex, I understand those things happen. But try to balance as much as you can. If they're toxic, by all means, protect your kids first. I mean, you got to outweigh the pros and cons of the whole situation. You know, it's a tough position to be put in. I didn't ask to be put in this position. I really didn't. But I was forced in this position. Megan, that's good. At his age, that's really good. My dad's like really into like farm work, driving truck, shit like that. Like he's masculine too. Megan, you're the oldest, right? The oldest daughter always like clings to their dad. I did too. I was like, yeah, I did too. And the fact your parents are still together at your age, that's really good. I mean, that's amazing. I'm sure nothing's perfect, but that's amazing. Really, it is. You know, emotionally unavailable parent, you're faced with triggers that get you through it. You will repeat it in relationships if you don't recognize it. And you got to learn to be open to love and learning to accept love, okay? And love will heal you. Love will heal you. No, kids do not want to watch their dad play video games. And I think children should be limited on the video games as well. I don't really let my kids engage in tablets, video games, phones. It's very limited over here because I don't want their minds to be through, you know, especially my son. I want him to be very masculine, so he's going to be very limited on that stuff. I want him to hands-on engage with masculine activities. And he's already like a very manly little boy. So he's a nature boy. He likes to run in nature. He's already got those natural instincts in him. His biological father was very masculine in those ways when he was a child and on. I don't know what happened to him now. That's another story. But he had a lot of those primal masculine qualities despite the emotional stunted side. So I'm very glad that my son like inherited the wisdom of that. You fell in love with me. Okay, that's cool. Get the fuck out of here. Board games. My kids play board games and cards. They love it. Yes, anything hands-on stimulation. Very healthy. All right, I'm gonna get off here, you guys. I got some readings to do and things like that. So I hope the 1111 portal is treating you well. It's a very huge ascension portal. It's a very huge cleansing portal and healing portal. And it's going to bring forth more wisdom for you, more downloads, and bring you further into alignment. How the fuck do you fall in love with me when you're just looking at me on the YouTube channel? Come on, get real. Come on. I mean, there's such a thing as love at first sight, but I don't love you, okay? So you have a lovely, beautiful evening. I wish you well and hope you find the love of your life. Bye-bye.